And our next fighter is going to be Manuel Torres taking on Chris Duncan. Manuel Torres coming off that one of the KOs of the year with that nasty elbow against Moda, and on the other hand we have Chris Duncan coming off that upset win against Yanal Ashmus. I knew Chris Duncan was going to win that matchup. I bet Chris Duncan at plus 110, and that was a beautiful bet for me right there. But yeah, Chris Duncan has some momentum right now. Both of these guys have momentum. Both of these guys looking to find a big win in their career. As you know, this is kind of a prospect fight. I wouldn't say either of these guys will go far in the lightweight division, but I'm just saying, you know, after this fight, they'll be looking at around that 25 mark, 30 mark in that lightweight division. So massive fight for their careers here. But Manuel Torres is going to be the more dangerous striker in this matchup. Obviously, has multiple KOs, and you know, Chris Duncan has struggled with getting KO'd in his career before and has been dropped in many fights. Even on this Dana White Contender Series, first fight he got destroyed by Borshev, and then was getting destroyed by Campbell until he found that comeback win. What an insane comeback that was. But Manuel Torres is going to have the harder strikes, land the harder strikes, will be the more dangerous fighter in this matchup. Chris Duncan, on the other hand, will be the better minute winner in my opinion. He will have the length, the range, maybe potentially. I did like his last performance against Yanal Ashmus. He stayed away from the big power shots, didn't eat much, looked for takedowns at certain moments in that fight, and was the minute winner in that matchup. But what I didn't like about Chris Duncan, as a guy that was watching that fight very closely, had their butt clenched the entire fight against a guy with Yanal Ashmus who punches like a truck, is he was getting very, very close to getting clipped. If Yanal Ashmus maybe didn't injure his arm, that could be a completely different fight. Yes, it was actually Chris Duncan that injured his arm, but man, from what we've seen, man, he was getting very close to getting knocked out. I'm talking like inches. I'm talking inches away from getting knocked out. And Manuel Torres is going to present a different kind of frame to Chris Duncan than Yanal Ashmus did, and I think that Manuel Torres is going to be able to find a KO win in the first round against Chris Duncan. Chris Duncan doesn't have the best movement, doesn't have the best chin in my opinion, and is very hittable. So going to go with Manuel Torres to find the KO in round 1 in this matchup. I think he's going to be the more dangerous fighter on the feet, and if it does extend, I think Chris Duncan could win this matchup, but I just don't like what I'm seeing from his defense on the feet, even though he was able to avoid a lot of Yanal Ashmus's strikes in their last matchup. And then Yanal Ashmus was getting so close, and Chris Duncan was taking a lot of risks that he didn't need to in that matchup, especially later on in the fight, giving Yanal Ashmus chances to get that KO win. So I'm going to go with Manuel Torres by KO round 1.